when you've decided that it's in the right place, and really what you need to do is you need to look at that and then think about it where it's going to come to. So that's like when you fold it down, that's going to be the edge of your pitch. So the first thing to do is put the brakes on. Oh, sorry. The other thing is you need to locate where the power is to make sure where your power is, which is on that side, and what extension cables you've got and whether you can reach it. Okay. So that's your power, and these cables do vary in length, but Paul can show you an extension cable. And what's important about an extension? What should you not do with an extension cable, Paul?
You should not open it a little bit, but when it's in power, when it's being used, you'll completely unwind it so you don't build up heat because of the resistance in the coil.
Electromagnetic, that's called. Okay, so we'll set the brakes on. Brakes on the back ones. That's a brake. You've got a brake on that.
Yeah, so just nudge it a bit.
So the brakes are on. And then before you drop it, you need to put your legs out. There's some handy hints here. So, height adjustment for the bed. You've got an adjustment here, and then you've got an adjustment there. So what I always do, I always put this, are you zooming on it? Make sure that is at this position here, like that. So that's the starting point before I do any adjustments to the bed. Now Paul's already hit the floor there. This floor is flat. This is not, so that foot is clearly in the wrong position. This foot's also in the wrong position, so you just wind that foot in a little bit. It's not too bad. That's it. So that foot's fine now. Your foot's fine?
Yep.
And then you pull these out like that. I have had a number of staff that have not bothered with that, and they've just folded this out, smashed all the glass, and cried. You've got to put them out.
Just up to the side.
So the other thing, you want to come over here? We've got the Perspex sides are stored inside. They have a nasty habit of slipping through and then catching when you drop the bed. They look okay here. Yours look okay, Paul?
Yeah, it's at the top.
So we can now safely drop this bed.
Check.
You can check again. You see there,
Visual check.
no Perspex through. You get a bit of resistance, don't worry about it, and then you're there. So then you check that that's located. You see the lugs there, located in the right position. Okay, so the next thing to do is handle the glass. And see somebody's put sellotape on that. That looks like something Tim would do. Sellotape on here is not acceptable. Right, so the glass, you've got to be really, really careful. This is toughened glass, so it doesn't crack, it explodes when it breaks, literally. So you have to be very careful when you're handling this. Just lift it out like that.
Try this one first, and then like, get out of this off the other one.
Okay. If you're going to leave this anywhere, be really, really careful so somebody doesn't run into a van or whatever, trip over it. It simply fits in here like that. That's it. You see, it literally sits in there.
But when you put it in, it's a good idea to put this as a side support, so that there's a groove at the bottom down the side there, and it fits in between the groove and the little stopper there. So when you put this in, it leans straight on it.
Like that. So, can you just zoom in on this? See how the Perspex fits in there. It fits in there. It's perfect. And Paul's got this. One area where you're going to potentially cause the glass is here. If the glass is touching here, you can smash it. Now, if you look at this, you'll see there's a gap there, which basically means the bed is not perfectly flat. So it's going to need some adjustment on the feet. And if you lift this one up here, that's not that one. So if you lift this up, this corner up slightly, you can see how that gap closes there. That means this needs elevating. So then all you've got to do is slightly lift it and play with your nuts and bolt. Oh, you've done it too tight. Pause. Find a handy assistant. Paul, just lift this corner. And you lift the corner slightly, and then you adjust this bolt. We've got it there. And just adjust that a bit until, okay, it's touching, and then drop that down, Paul. And look at that. Hey presto, it's perfectly lined up. And then you can put your tip tray.
There's a little groove down there, and this little groove then fits over the edge, and this binds the two bits together.
And this tip tray is used great place for, not for tips because we don't handle cash, but you can put your card machine on here, or you put your sample tray on there. Okay.
Or good for leaflets as well.
Yep. Handy hint: pencil. So if you're really unfortunate that your tip tray has not been packed, what you can do is you can just stick a pencil in here, and it does exactly the same job. Obviously, it just gives that little bit of rigidity. But really, you should use a tip tray. There you go. Just one other thing to be aware of when you assembly. These bases, these move. These literally move. And when this is switched on, the cold air goes through these and it comes up through these vents. Okay. Once this is in position, you want to clean it. Antibac is great, but it's not so great for the glass, is it?
No. A tip with the glass
is a tip.
See, very often, because of disparity in temperature, the glass is going to steam up. To prevent that, get just a few drops of hand wash, of the Antibac hand wash, and with some paper towel, just wipe it across. Make sure it's not visible and smeared, but that will stop it steaming up.
Amazing. But you come down here. Unfortunately, one or two of these lugs are damaged, but this one's intact. So there's a lugs are here. So you just literally put the skirt on there, and you turn that. So make sure your skirt's clean. There's nothing worse than a dirty skirt. And that goes on there like that.
Beauty of this, there is only one way to do it, and this fits the lugs perfectly.
Yeah. You've just got to be careful with those lugs because people have been breaking them off.
So, if you find that it's broken off, or a few have broken off and it's not sitting well, if you've got a cable tie through that hole, there's a little bar here you can then attach it by cable tie if you need to.
String, yeah.
Or string. If you do use a cable tie, reusable are best. I think this is
Is that one of the?
This is a dodgy one. Got a feel of it.
So,
Well, let's skip that one and come back to it.
a couple of things. If you're in an environment where there's no airflow, having this skirt on causes things to overheat. So you come around here, Steph, and if you look under here, oh no, which end is it? Yes, you can see the motor units there. So having this on actually results in all hot air going out the back, and if it's a tight environment, it'll overheat and it won't work properly. So what I tend to do is, if you can, depending on the arrangement, is actually just drop that like that, and then you've got better airflow. Okay.